Hey there, this is Mabyn from Mabyn Ludke Photography, and I am here today to talk to you about the stresses of wedding planning. Planning a wedding is so hard, especially if you're doing it all on your own, and I personally know how overwhelming it all can be. And I'm so thankful for the people that surrounded us and for the help that we received in planning our wedding. I still remember, though, I still had a meltdown about 2 weeks before our wedding when my dress didn't fit and I didn't know how it was going to work out. And I was sitting on the sewing room floor in my parents' house sobbing. I just did not know how this was going to be rectified. I thought my whole wedding was going to be ruined. But you know what? It worked out. And had I not had certain things in place and gotten certain advice from really smart, wonderful people, I think I would have been way more stressed out even on my wedding day. Maybe a little bit of a micromanager on occasion. It can happen. Our goal here at Mabyn Ludke Photography is to help and serve you in the best way we can. And after seeing hundreds of couples get married happily and have amazing marriages, we want to impart some of that wisdom to you so you can have just an amazing wedding day. So here are my 4 tips for having a stress-free wedding day. Tip number 4 is hire a planner. I've helped plan one wedding other than my own, and I never ever want to do it again. It is hard, it is stressful, it is crazy. So I highly recommend getting a wedding planner for your wedding day. And we had a very good friend of ours who is an incredible wedding planner, Katie from Lovewell Weddings, help plan our wedding. And she was an invaluable member to our team. She brought up so many things like, what are our priorities in our wedding? And how do you want your guests to feel? Like, seriously, my mind was blown. But those things really helped us evaluate and plan for our perfect day. And then all those little details that I'm really not great at, she was. She was able to look up and find the best lavender wholesaler for my wedding flowers. And then she was also able to find gorgeous linens for our reception. And I had no recourse for those things. So I highly recommend getting a planner. They're going to take a ton of stress off your plate at the very beginning. And then they're there on the day of to help make sure everything goes smoothly. Tip number 3 is plan things together. Now, I know they say that the wedding is really all about the bride, but I'm pretty sure that's a giant lie. You're both getting married. The groom is getting into this just as much as the bride is. And I think you'd be surprised to find out that he's not as whatever about the details as you think he is. Daniel had a lot of input as far as our planning went, and I really enjoyed getting to make decisions together, so our day really reflected both of us. One of the tips that our planner had for us is make priority lists. So Daniel and I separated and we came up with our top 3 priorities for our wedding, and then we came back together and figured out our list together. And so we were able to put our finances towards those important things, and when the smaller things came up, it wasn't a big deal because they weren't important. It really was great practice for getting into marriage. I mean, we have to make decisions together constantly, so why not start with the wedding process? Tip number 2, surround yourself with healthy people. I know it's really easy to bring your entire entourage into your planning process. Just remember, every single one of those people is going to come with their own opinions and ideas on how your wedding should be done. The people that you bring into the planning process should have a healthy outlook on life and also be go-getters, want to celebrate you, and ultimately defer to what your vision is for your wedding day and not their own plans. Now, there are some people that inevitably have to be in the planning process. Parents tend to pay for things, and so they'll probably be in on it. And you know what? That's okay. Compromises may have to be made, but the more healthy people you have surrounding you, the more likely it is that there'll be a buffer and everything will work out and everyone will be happy. My number 1 tip for having a stress-free wedding day is don't sweat the small stuff. It's easy when you get to your wedding day to want to micromanage every little bit. But remember, you've already put in place all of the people who you need to take care of it. So on your wedding day, you should be able to just Let it go and enjoy the ride. There has never been a single wedding day that I have shot in my past 10 years that has gone exactly to plan. By not taking yourself too seriously and going with the flow of the day, you are bound to have an amazing wedding no matter what. So what if the bouquet isn't the exact shade of mauve that you want? You're still just as married to the love of your life. Have fun with those around you. Soak up every moment because it goes way too fast. And even if all you do is that one tip, then you're guaranteed to have an amazing wedding day. I hope this video has been helpful to you. And if you have any questions about your wedding planning process at all, I'd be happy to help in any way I can. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Okay, I love you. Bye.